Happy Sunday. It is December the 7th, 2025, and it's the 7th day of Vlogmas. So I've got some coffee brewing right now. I slept in. I feel re-energized and ready to go. I'm going to get cleaned up, get ready. I'm going to do some jingle balling today. I am going to do a lot of stitching today. I have not stitched on cross stitch in 4 days, and I have a lot of Blue Coat Santa. So let's see how much I can get done today, because tomorrow night is the start of week 4, and I had really hoped to put in my last stitches, but I'm not gonna beat myself up on that. We're just gonna do what we can do. It's gonna get done. It's gonna get done on time. But I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna jump on the Jingle Ball. I think I'll do some of the speed dating today. So let's get going. Going to have a little lunch. I made quesadilla. It didn't want to come out of the pan very good, but I promise it's good. Just so leftover quesadillas, and then let's go see if we can get our Jingle Ball projects finished up. Also, yes, I still have no makeup on. That's got to change too. One of the questions I have noticed I've gotten quite a few times is about my sticker paper. It's clear sticker paper. I have a laser printer. I don't know if that makes, it peels off the back. I need to look at the package. I'm not sure. I think it works for laser and inkjet. I have a laser printer. That's what I'm printing on. So, but a couple of people asked me, like, can you reuse the rest of the sticker paper you don't use? You probably could if you taped it to a regular sheet of paper and ran it through. I might do that with this one. I'll let you know how that works tomorrow. A lot of times I just burn it. I mean, by burn it, I mean pitch it. I have a whole package of it. I've had it for like 2 years and I haven't used it. So, I'm just like, I don't do a lot of scrapbooking, and that's what I bought it for, like scrapbooking, memory journaling, etc. If it's going to be too hard to reuse it, then I just don't. You definitely could save up your journaling if you're worried about that, and print a whole bunch at once. I do text box the sizes that will work. Full transparency, I messed up a few days because I didn't really know what I was doing, and still sometimes I mess up. But I just kind of roll with it. It is what it is. And let me cut this one up and put my pages together. so days 5 and 6 are done. For yesterday, day 6, I did put a journaling sticker all over this photo. It was kind of blurred out anyway, and I kind of liked that, and so it was a fun way instead of using pattern paper. Lots of fun little accent stickers. Pretty simple, just getting the photos and the words down, basically. So really happy with both of these. Gonna put this in my album now and put this away until we work on it again. Look how fun, you guys. Oh, it's going to be so cute. I'm really loving having the photos of everything I've worked on or things I've done. I haven't done that much. I mean, I have done a lot. I just mean it's a lot of crafting. Life stuff will start being included in here as well. Let's open up our crafty advent calendar for day 7. I'm not working on any paper crafting today because I want to finish up my Jingle Ball projects and partake in those things. So let's find this, and oh, it's a big one today, and we'll come back to this next week. Ooh, stencils. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is some butterfly stencils. This is actually going to be really cute with some of the other things we got. So I'm, again, going to put this in my Craft Stacks box. I got some stuff out here that needs cleaned up. So I'm kind of keeping all of my Advent stuff in here so until I can work on it. But that is a good one. I think we can, I'm starting to get enough things that I think we can start putting together some super fun projects. Okay, I think that is it for paper crafting today. I have to go get a grocery pickup order, run to Aldi's and get Ethan's favorite pizza for supper. He gets home late. I might be asleep, but he'll be wanting his supper and he can throw that in the oven. And then I am going to work on Jingle Ball classes. Stacy, as I'm recording this, Stacy Nash's gingerbread needlebook class is going on. I have it on in the background. You can't see it right now, but I have it on in the background, not muted, so you guys can't hear it. Because I'm not finishing mine that way, but I am fascinated in case I want to finish my gingerbread. Similarly, at least I have a good idea. She hand stitches everything, and I'm 100% not doing that. I'm using my sewing machine. I also have some sewing I would like to do here in a little bit, so I might go run those errands really fast, get back, and I'll sew while I finish watching her class, and then put together my pears and my stand up for Santa. I should do those first before I sew. But I'll be back here in a little bit. Okay, so I am just prepping the ornaments I'm making for my kids this year. And this is part of my Felt Snowman star from Spellbinders, and I die cut him from some Binsey linen colored felt, and I like the linen because it gives a little bit more of the primitive look. He does come with like a top hat, all kinds of accessories, some mittens, which I do think we're going to give him, but I'm going to combine him with this alphabet set from Binsey Design, so I can customize them for my kids. And I think I'm going to put it on the back. I can't decide. We'll see kind of when we get there, because we're just going to stitch it on, or maybe I'll stitch it on here like this. The front of the snowman, so this particular die set does have a front and a back. The front is going to include a mouth. Just like the other sets I showed you, there are dies, like you can die cut little teeny tiny pieces you can glue on. Of course, we're not doing that. I have pulled out my Just Another Button Company 3mm black buttons for the eyes. I also pulled out a bunch of other things. This is the Jolly Holiday mix. I do think this is available right now. So it's got some really fun greens and nice deep dark reds, whites. I also pulled out an apple mix, which is just like a red mix. Holly berries, because I do think if I want to, I can add some little holly berries over here, and then instead of using the die cut for the berries, we would use buttons. I'm basically pulling things out. We'll see where it takes us. I did pull out the snowflake mix, and I pulled out my bag full of carrot noses because we of course want to use a carrot button instead of the felt piece. So what I like to do when I am planning a project like this, it's very much like I would plan any paper crafting project, or really anything for that matter. I pull a bunch of stuff out. I lay things where I think I want them to go. And once I'm kind of have a general idea of how I think this is going to look, that's when I'll start, actually adhering everything, if it's paper, or stitching things down, since this is felt. So I don't know, that carrot nose might be just a little big. Let's grab one of these littler ones. Oh, and I, of course, banged or moved my eyes. And you can play around with the placement of all of that. All right, I kind of like that. I don't know if I'm going to give him a top hat or not. I had leaned toward not, but we'll see. So I have some fat quarters of the wool. I think I got this from Buttermilk Basin, and I have a lot of this. So we can give our snowmen some little scarves. Let me go cut a little bit. So instead of making it from felt, I'm going to make it from this wool, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did cut it with my rotary cutter, and then I am just trying to grab a fiber and fray it just a little bit because I don't like it to look quite this pristine. This is like the wool you would use for wool applique. So, need to figure out what color I'm going to die cut the letters for our snowman, etc. But he comes with a scarf. Again, it's kind of fiddly, and I really like it better if you're going to stitch it flat on something else. I don't love it for this. So I think we're going to use this wool after he's, of course, stitched together. And this is just barely over a 1/2 inch wide. You don't need a whole lot. So it'll look kind of like this. Oh, that'll be really cute, won't it? Okay, so let's see what he's going to look like now. Maybe let's die cut it out of a color and we'll see. Okay, that's what was throwing me off, was the black of the dye for this. So yes, I'm going to do it out of this really light beigey color because I don't want it to be like major in your face. And then what I think I'm going to do is do like, I think I might just forget these little things. I might embroider on here the little pine branches again, and we're going to adorn it with like some little berries, all kinds of cute little goodies here. So like we can, on the back side, we can do like a little heart. There's like these little red snowflakes we can add around here. Little red berries and stuff along the branch. And like this is going to be a little snowflake over here. I'm going to embroider it in the same color of this so that it's very neutralish. And then we can add little pops of color with our pretty little buttons like this. And then the little white ones, like we could even add a white on top over here. I don't know, however, but we're going to adorn it with things like this. So I'm just kind of laying it out, showing you my process. I don't think I'm going to add hats on these this time, so that I don't lose any of the parts and pieces. I want to be able to sit down wherever I am and work on this. So what I do then is I just pop everything in here. I'll put my dies back, but I'm just going to put like all of my buttons that I pulled, my felt pieces that I pulled. We're going to put the dies back on the magnetic sheet I keep them on, but I am going to be doing multiples of these. So I am simply going to put everything in here, so the next time I have some time to work on this, here it is. I'm actually going to stick this snowman in here too, even though I'm not doing him as part of this. And there we go. So I'll go ahead and die cut the rest of the mittens. But what I would do then is I will die cut the rest of my ornaments. I'll have them all here in here so that I can work on them. I'll probably go ahead and die cut them all right now. And then I can start working on putting these together. And I kind of will film little bits and pieces of this as I'm working on it. And then my plan is once I have these done, I'm going to hang these on the hooks with the stockings. And then it also tells everybody which stocking is yours, because I don't have my shepherd's bush stockings done yet that I keep meaning to do. So I think this is going to be a really cute project, and I'll take you guys along with me as I work on it. So it's real late. This video is probably going to be late tonight. I enjoyed my Sunday. I took it really, really easy. I had to do some stuff around the house. Nothing that is vlog worthy at all. And I did some stitching here and there, and I did a little bit of finishing, prepped for a new project that I'll talk about, caught up on my December daily. So some good stuff happened, but I'm just going to be late with this vlog. No big deal. Okay, we'll get back on a little bit earlier on Monday. So first, let's talk about a little finish. It's, well, a little FFO partially. I only got one done, and I'm happy with that. It took me a little bit of work. I've not done a feather stitch before, so that took a little bit of work too, but I finished one of my pairs for the Annie B's Christmas Pairs class for the Jingle Ball. Put my little leaves and my little stem. I did my little feather stitch down the side. I'm fairly happy with it. I definitely got more comfortable with it the more I did. I think it's so cute. There's the bottom. I actually really enjoy hand stitch work like this, like the decorative stitching, you know, putting the felt thing on the bottom, the hand stitching for that. I did not think I was going to be a person who liked that kind of thing. I think I've mentioned this before, that I really find it very enjoyable. So just use some little scrap felt that I got at Quilter Station for my stem, for my leaves. They're two different ones. I use what I used for the bottom, I used for the stem, and then the leaves have a little bit of pattern there. I think the camera picks it up. Isn't it cute? You guys, I absolutely love it. I'm really anxious to get the other two done. I hope to have all my Jingle Ball projects done this week. But I also have that really big project I want to share with you guys, some fun little things here and there. Yeah, still lots of Vlogmas, lots of December to go. So that is my Joy pear. I mean, you guys, is it not the cutest little pear ever? If you've not made a pear, I highly recommend stitching them up. They are delightful. I know I've said this before, but I love them. And these are super, super fun. I definitely need to work on these for my daughter. I think she would really like these. Next up, I did do a little stitching today. I am fast and furiously working on Blue Coat Santa, and I'm going to work on Blue Coat Santa a little bit later too. And we have so here's where I'm at. I am so far behind. I did not stitch a whole lot this last week, so I have to stitch, but I will say I didn't stitch that much today, and I got this whole thing, this whole section outlined. I outlined over here. I'm putting in the leaves, and I'm going to put in the berries. I'm working on outlining things right now, and then I'm just going to fill in. So I would love to have everything outlined tonight. We shall see. But if you so choose, join me tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Central Time, for our last stitch with me. Let's talk about Jingle Ball. Let's talk about successes, trials, tribulations, favorite things. Let's talk about all of it, okay? So join me there for Blue Coat Santa, or just whatever you want to come join me for. And that is my whip stitching today. Didn't do any sewing. Nope, just prepped for that other felt stitching project for my kiddos for their ornaments this year. Which, by the way, I don't think I said this earlier. I'm filming it for Vlogmas. Like there will be some sped up areas of that for Vlogmas. It won't be a full Vlogmas tutorial, but it will be a full tutorial on my channel, like a voiced over tutorial talking about putting together those ornaments. So if you like felt stitching videos and you like those kinds of tutorials, because I definitely am adding more like embroidered accents and other things, and mixing and matching companies and dies. There's going to be some of my dies from Spellbinders. There's going to be some Binsey dies in that, and then just some other really fun touches. I think it's going to be really cute. I'm really eager to work on that as well. Okay, let's do today's giveaway. Today's giveaway is sponsored by Crafty Blue Bonnet. April from Crafty Blue Bonnet sent me a whole bunch of her new charts, and I did share them in one of my FlossTube episodes a couple of weeks ago. And I have a whole nother set plus her website exclusive, and you're going to get all of them in this bundle. So for the giveaway, please like my video, please subscribe to my channel, please be over 18, USA only for the physical product, please, and please leave the keyword gingerbread somewhere in your comment for a chance to win not only the gingerbread, which is the full kit, a little felt in this as well, but You get Santa's favorite nurse. You get the little Texas. You get the cute little cookies for Santa's spool. That's one of my favorites. The Noel, that one is so pretty. And then these Merry and Bright. So you are getting all of this. And even if there's like one that maybe isn't one you'll stitch, I'm thinking like the Texas, if you aren't from Texas, you give that away to a friend, okay? You get all of these. So please use the word gingerbread somewhere in your comment, and please leave your comment by the date shown here on the screen for a chance to win. All right, friends, I'm gonna go try to get this edited and up. Again, I apologize that it was late, but thank you as always for joining me for another day of Vlogmas 2025. I will be back bright and early tomorrow to start filming another fun December week. And I gotta get some presents ordered for people. It's time. I finally got 2 of them to give me wish lists. So I am off to edit, order, and one other chore that is not very fun. You know, there's lots of those things in life. So have a wonderful evening, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly love sharing creativity with this amazing community of crafters. A special thank you goes out to my wonderful Patreon members. I appreciate you all so much. If you'd like to join us on Patreon, you'll find the link in the video description below. Patreon is a private community where you can support more of what I do and enjoy exclusive content, behind the scenes updates, and extra perks. There's something for everyone, and we'd love to have you join our growing community. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel, click that like button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy Sunday, happy December 6th. Anyone else jamming till we need a little Christmas in your ear? Please leave the keyword